When adopting a pet, the adopted pet is undoubtedly the most important focus. Sometimes there is a creature that we think about even more than our surroundings. If you ask some pet lovers, you'll realize that sometimes an adopted pet can be the only creature given unconditional love. Hearing these kind words about pets, our protagonist decides to adopt a dog. Excited to have a dog in the family and share her love, our protagonist sets out to educate himself on the subject. While this exciting possession would have been one of the happiest moments in the world, something completely unexpected happened. According to Kelly, the day she adopted her dog was the happiest and most memorable day of her life. She wants to be in love with this loving four-legged animal. Kylie could foresee that the day she went to adopt a dog would be one she would never forget. Owning a dog and keeping him in the home is extremely important and precious to him. Kelly is well prepared to meet all of her dog's requests and needs, and she will care for him at home. Under normal circumstances, a pet's first day at home is like a holiday full of excitement. But for Kelly, the first day is not what she hoped for. Instead, it is an unforgettable day when the wheels of life turn in different directions. As she walks to her car with her adopted dog, she can't contain the anxiety she feels inside. Unable to express her feelings in words, Kelly knew she had to make a difficult decision. It's always hard to let go of something you love. Kylie totally feels that way. Adopting a second dog as a friend of her first dog, Brewer, was a very smart idea for Kylie. Kelly never considered buying a pet. Adopting and helping a soul in need of a family is one of her top priorities. By searching websites and shelters, Kelly compiled a list of dog breeds. Later, a pit dog broke in front of him, greatly affecting her. Owning a pit bull breed named Rocco felt like an obligation to her. Desperate to find out what it would take to adopt Rocco, Kelly had no idea it would have been different. A pet dog hacker named Rocco came across Kelly while scrolling through Facebook, and it was spectacular. According to an ad he saw on Facebook, Rocco's owner was selling him for $50. The dog Kelly wants to adopt doesn't know who his current owner is, and she doesn't think it's important to know. Kelly, who had never been in touch with the dog's original owner before, offered to bring her dream dog into his home and waited for a reply. Describing the wait, Kelly expressed her excitement and said she almost compared herself to a young child trying to buy a toy. Finally, the answer to end this waiting period came. When the owner who put Rocco up for sale replied in the affirmative, Kelly grew impatient. She's on her way to meet her new pit bull mix. Seeing Rocco alive and kicking in front of him made Kelly almost cry with joy. According to Kelly, Rocco is the cutest dog she has ever met. Kelly put her new pet in her car and was on her way home. On the way home, Kelly felt unbelievably happy. She immediately began to feel a bond had formed between her and Rocco. When they got home, Kelly, eager to feed, love, and play with Rocco, noticed something strange in the car. A strange smell in the car makes Kelly very suspicious. It's normal for dogs to smell strange, but Kelly realized it was an unusual smell. Kelly, who is very familiar with dogs, had never smelled this strange smell on any dog before. However, according to Kelly, the only reason for the smell is that she was raised in a poorly maintained and unsanitary environment. Looking at Rocco, she'd seen enough dogs in her life to realize he hadn't been bathed in ages. Kelly had tried to convince herself that it was a distinct but unclean dog smell. After much deliberation, the most logical thought is that the smell of a dog that hasn't been washed in a long time can be quite unbearable. In desperation, Kelly succumbed to the notion that something was wrong and pulled over to the side of the road. She wanted to get closer to Rocco, examine him more closely. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. She said, "I don't know." What Kelly saw was too bad to get out of her head. Removing the collar from Rocco's neck, Kelly saw a scar 1.5 centimeters deep and 6 centimeters long on the dog's neck. It is rather concerning that Rocco's previous owners did nothing about the situation. However, what else Rocco sees is even scarier. This is Rocco's body. Seeing that the wound on Rocco's neck was inflamed, Kelly set out to take him straight to the vet. Kelly was relieved to learn the wound would heal under veterinary control. Lucky dog Rocco's treatment with pain medication and antibiotics began immediately. Rocco has begun to recover, but there is still something happening and waiting for him. Kelly is overjoyed that Rocco is recovering quickly. However, Rocco had to undergo a minor surgery because the medication was not enough to fully heal the wound. After all, Kelly was relieved to know it was going to be fine, but the underlying question didn't go away. Who could do such a vicious thing to this dog? In order for Rocco to recover in the best possible way, he had to go through the course of treatment at a veterinary clinic. After a few days at the vet called Kelly with bad news. Rocco had been spanked by his previous owner and was in poor maintenance. But the bad days are over, as lucky Rocco will be in Kelly's care. Kelly can't wait to share all the love in her heart with her new dog. But according to the latest information given by the veterinarian, Rocco has been wearing a collar with spikes around his neck since he was a child, and the spines have migrated into his skin over time. Upon hearing the news, Kelly didn't hesitate to call the dog's previous owner. Kylie is a dog lover, and she desperately wants to know who hurt the dog and why. Nothing can stop her. Kelly meets with Rocco's former owner, who she asks some questions and finds the former owner rather surprised. After the issues, Rocco's former owner said he wanted to pay for all the treatment, but Kelly wanted to keep trying to uncover the truth. Knowing that the men's horrific actions could be paid for with money, he called the police. The previous owner was questioned. He said he was not aware of the wound on Rocco's chest, nor did he notice any odor from the animal. Considering that such an inconsiderate person could not pay, he contacted the police. Rocco's former owners were questioned and claimed in their statement that they had no knowledge of the wound on his neck or the odor emanating from him. Those responsible for Rocco's neck wound and his poor care claim they were unaware of the large wound and his body odor. They claim they did not harm their dog in this way and always did what was best for Rocco. Also, they say that Rocco often runs away and uses such a leash to keep him from escaping. Although they argued that they were always on leashes, the court did not go their way. The former owners were told they must pay a $1,500 fine and all treatment costs for the dog, according to the court decision. According to Kelly, Rocco was an affectionate, harmless dog, and going to court to file a complaint against his former owner made the most sense. Kelly believes that they should pay for this irresponsible behavior. Rocco is now indispensable to Kylie, and they spend every moment of their day together. The bond between Rocco and Kelly grows stronger by the day. After a difficult time with his previous owner, Rocco is more than happy to have an owner like Kelly. Rocco has triumphed and found his place. The wounds on Rocco's body became so large that it took a long time to heal. On their first day at the vet, Kelly learned the difficult and painful process would take 2 months. While her recovery has been traumatic for Rocco, it has been a very challenging time for Kelly. But for such a lovely dog, Kelly has done her best. Despite everything, the bad days passed and Rocco returned to health after a successful operation. The tough days are now just a memory. Kelly and Rocco are ready to move on with their happy lives.